Welcome back to my workshop. Now, today's video is all about a challenge that's been set. Now, this challenge has been set by Leo at Hand-Eye Craft. Now, he's a fellow maker on YouTube, and he has set a challenge so we can do things the way he does. Now, what does that mean? Now, Leo has lost the use of his right arm, so his dominant arm, as a result of a car accident. And he took up woodworking and making things as a therapy. Now, obviously, he's got to use just his non-dominant hand. So the challenge he's set is to see if other makers can make something just using their non-dominant hand. Now, there's obviously rules involved, and they are as follows.
You are not allowed to use your dominant hand or arm. You are not allowed to get someone else to hold something for you while you work with your weakened arm. Rule number 3, no cheating.
So obviously what we've got to do is we've got to comply with those rules. So what I'm doing, I've got some tape. And what I'm going to do, wrapped up my hand, so I remember not to use it because I mustn't cheat. All right, so let's see how this goes. So from now on, I've just got to use my left hand to create something. Mustn't use this. I'm going to try and put it in my pocket. Right, let's see what happens. Right, so I haven't even started yet. Got my hands in my pocket, got to behave. Right. Now, normally when Leo's doing these videos, he wears an apron and he has his other hand in his apron. So I thought, if he can do it, I can do it. Right, I got my apron. Now, this is my Frank's little workshop apron that I used to use for cake decorating. I thought I'd use that. Right, put that on. Yeah. Right, how the hell do I do this up? I can't even do it up. Right, so I ain't going to wear an apron. Right, so what are we going to design? What are we going to build? Right, using my normal design software of a piece of paper and a Sharpie and my left hand. What we're going to attempt to do is build a box. So that's the idea. What could possibly go wrong? If this drawing's anything to go by, it's going to be a bit wibbly wobbly. All right, so let's crack on with that and see how we do. What a fantastic drawing. Well done, Leo. So, in true Frank's Little Workshop style, my materials. Firstly, I've got the bottom of an old drawer, which I think is hardwood, but that's going to be some of it. I've got a piece of hardwood here which I'm going to use as the lid. This was salvaged from a hardwood door. If you've seen one of my previous videos, it was in that. And I've got 2 long pieces of hardwood here which are also off of a door. Now you can see you've got the door catch there. There's all bits of stuff going on. Now these are 2 slices that I actually trimmed off of a door, okay, hinges, and there's all sorts of stuff going on here. But what I'm going to do is chop out all the useless bits and then see what material I've got to play with. Now, so the first thing I've got to do, use the chop saw. What could possibly go wrong? Right, okay, I didn't kill myself, so that's good. Right, these first bits of wood, I've chopped out all the nasty bits. I've still got these hinges. What I'm going to do is run these through the planer thicknesser down to the thickness of this. Okay, so then I can salvage as much of the wood as possible but I've got to get the planer out and it's heavy. Right, let's do that. Right, so I've run those all through the planer thicknesser. Only one small disaster. Actually planed through, and you can see the screws. So this section here is probably not going to be any good, but it's okay. It should be enough. Now what I have to do now is turn this into square pieces. Now what I'm going to do is measure the thickness. Obviously set my planer up, well, set my bandsaw up and cut them into strips. Right, I've got to measure that. Calipers. Right, so now I've got all my battens cut into squares like this, okay, and I think what I need is I need it about 5 squares high. Let me show you that. Okay, so this is my base. This is what's going to be my base. Now what I need is 5 of these high, so let's see what that looks like. 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, come on. And then obviously my lid is going to be this big, obviously with a bit cut out. Okay, yeah, that looks about right. So what I need to do now is cut these pieces to be the same width as this. Okay, I think I'll do that on the table saw. Right, I've got to get it out. Oh. Right, so I've got that wrong. I can't think with one hand. Right, instead of having, let's pick these up. Instead of having these battens the same width as the lid, what I've got to do is have it the same width as the lid minus the thickness of one of these battens. So I'm going to chop these down, but the easiest way to do it is to just insert a little stop block here on the end. Then that will take off exactly the right amount. Right, I'll get on with that. I'll do it right this time. Right, so what I have now is each of my sides is made up of 5 battens, and what I have to do now is glue them up so they're offset. So I have to glue these so they're offset, but by the thickness of one batten. Okay, so I've got to glue these up, so I should end up with 4 of these like this, which then slot together to make the sides. Let's get on with the glue up. Right, okay, that's all my sides stuck together like this. Now what I've got to do is just obviously leave those to dry. What I shall probably do now is get on with the base. I had all sorts of trouble with my glue. It was stuck. How do you get it undone with one hand? Anyway, right, glue's undone. All those are done. Right, it's my base. So what I'm going to do first is sand it off, because obviously it's got some sort of varnish on it. And then I'll cut it to the same size as the lid. Let me get on with that. Right, so now I have my base cut, which is now the same size as my lid. Okay, but what I want to do now is, it's a bit high risk, but I'm going to do the lid before I've even assembled the box. Now what I want to do is do a recess all around the edge here and here. It's like a rebate, so it actually sits inside the box. So it's probably going to be about half the depth of this, but all the way around. Now I think the best way to do it, I don't want to do it on the router table because that's a bit dangerous, but I will do it on the table saw using my sled again, because that's fairly safe if you know what you're doing. Right, let's get the table saw out again and do that. Right, so that's all my parts ready now. The lid is ready, as much as I can at the moment. Base is ready, the sides are sticking. Now tomorrow I shall sand these sides down and get them all stuck and start assembling. Right, I'm going to have a cup of tea and I'm going to do a bit of a one-handed tidy up. So that's going to be rubbish. Right, so it's the next day. So, no. Right, so all my sides and stuff have been sticking overnight. Right, let's get these clamps off and make sure they don't fall apart. Right, so we've got all our bits. I think I'd give these a quick try to see if they actually go together. Probably not, because there's probably glue on them. Right, so, okay, so I better hold those so I can clean the glue off. Right, okay, how do we do that? Oh, now you might have seen these in one of my previous videos. And let's see if it works. Ooh. Right, this works really well. So yeah, get one of these. Right, the idea is, now I've got all these cut to this shape, need sanding. The idea is they fit together like this. You see? Okay, this. Then it folds up like this, Okay, and you end up with a box with those bits on the outside. I have to fold it the other way. Right, so that's like that. Then our lid should fit. Look at that. Ta-da! And then the base is going to somehow go like that. That's the plan. Right. I think I better sand these off. There's still loads of glue on it. Right, so since yesterday my glue's set again and I can't get the lid off with one hand. So I'm going to use this, which is a trim removing tool. It's an automotive one, and literally just hook it in there, pop, and it's open. Right, I need to get on with the glue up now. It should be fun. Right, so that was nice and easy. Right, so now the glue up is done. Of the sides, I've used my little square here inside to make sure it's okay. I shall now leave that to dry and then move on to the next bit. Well, that was interesting. I just had to go and fix the lawnmower with one hand. Right, okay. This is still not dry yet. So while that's still drying, I'm going to make myself a little handle for the lid. I'm going to use this last bit of offcut here. There should be enough in that end just to make a little lifty up type handle. Right, so another little problem. I want to cut this. Obviously I only want to cut a little bit off the end, but I put it in my chop saw, and of course my clamp don't reach. So what I'm going to do is put another block about the same size over here, wind off my clamp, just get a little batten of wood here, and then clamp it down like that. So it should be good to go. There you go. Right, I can make a knob out of that now. Right, so I've left this for around an hour or so. I'm going to take it apart and see if it's dry. Might be a bit early, but let's see. I had to put it on a piece of paper because it was trying to stick itself to the bench. All right, hands off. Right, stuck together. Does the lid fit? Oh, look at that. Yes, lid fits. I've got my little knob now. That sits in the top there. Right. What I'm going to do is sand the inside while it's still got no bottom, and then I'll stick the bottom on. Right, I've just quickly run my plane down the inside edge. Now, am I brave enough to actually do the top? Let's give it a go. What could go wrong? Well, we got a taper. That don't look too bad, does it? Quite impressed with that. Right, excellent. Let's carry on. Right, so hopefully the bottom has now stuck. Let's get the clamps off, and there's some sanding to do. Right, okay. Now I've ended up, for some reason, we've got one longer. This one here is longer than the others. No idea how that happened. Okay, right, I'm going to stick this on this sander now and make it nice and smooth. Right, so I'm about to put some stain on it, and here's the next challenge. I want to put on a glove. How the hell do you get a glove on with one hand? There we go, don't know what the fuss is about. Right, now I've got to get it off. Oh, turn the table. Ta-da! Right, so we're almost there. I've just got to drill a little hole or recess with a Forstner bit here, so I can put in one of my new tokens. One of these. That's going to go in the front, I think. Okay, so I've now got to get this on a pillar drill, drill a little hole. Right, so I only got one chance of super gluing this token into the front. So what I've done is I put a little bit of tape on with it in the right place. So I literally hinge it up, put my super glue on, and then drop it in place. Then that way I haven't got to move it around. Right, so for my initial design of this, which was my wibbly wobbly box, the final product is done, and here it is. Yeah, it's a box, and I made it with my left hand. Okay, it's got my little logo in the front now, box joints on the corner, a little bit here where I didn't actually sand off the glue enough, so the wood dye didn't soak in properly. But yeah, lid comes off like this, and also inside I've got some sticky furry stuff that I put on there, as you saw in the video. Overall, I'm quite pleased with it, and it was a worthy challenge. I managed to do it all with my left hand, and luckily I didn't cheat. So there you go. All right, so this whole challenge was just to make awareness for people with some disabilities, to see if they could actually do things. Now, woodworking is dangerous at the best of times, so doing it with one hand can be quite dangerous, so be careful, you've been warned. All right, so Leo, there's your challenge. I've done it, and I'll leave some stills at the end. All right, thanks very much for watching, thanks for staying till the end, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye. So, from my initial, I'm quite pleased with it, if it'll stay on there. Right, let's take this off. Oh, come on. Take this bloody thing off now.